We're working on polymers for drug delivery. We're looking at platforms like how can we make something that can be broadly applicable to a number of different diseases, things like cancer, heart disease, infection, transmitted diseases like HIV. I think what we have a real capacity to impact is chronic disease, things that keep recurring for a lifetime, or at least for a very long period of time. There's a terrible eye disease, it's called macular degeneration. There's actually a drug that can prevent the onset of the disease, but it requires that patients come in about once a month and get a shot of this drug in their eyeball while they're awake, while they're conscious. So the disease is treatable, but the therapy is unpalatable. And so can we put one implant in so that that one implant takes care of 12 shots? And then once a year we reload that implant, so you're getting one shot every 12 months. The neat thing about polymers is you can take any sort of building block, you connect them together and you can make neat structures. Our basic unit structure is kind of like a donut, where the donut hole is about the size of a drug molecule. And so the general idea is if we make a polymer out of this, or like a bead necklace of donuts, you've got lots of little drug-sized pockets. And because our drug is able to stick into that pocket, we can now make a polymer that can hold on to the drug just due to the structural chemical nature of the polymer. Then you've also got this capacity to interact with the pocket, and the more the drug likes the pocket, the slower it comes out of the device. And after all the pockets are empty, you shoot some drug in and the pocket will get refilled with drug and you get a new window of delivery. Using these polymers to address implant infections. There's a number of different biomedical devices you can get implanted: artificial hips, artificial knees, heart valves. They all have a risk for getting infected. And so what we try to do is use our knowledge of drug delivery to modify those implants. So the idea is I can inject the patient with some drug, the drug can go back to the device, fill up the device again, and have a new window of therapy. The other big thrust of our lab was applying the same strategy to cancer. You get some kind of tumor treatment, and then 6 months later, 12 months later, the tumor recurs. And one example is glioblastoma, where it's a tumor in the brain that recurs at the same site. And so the idea is, can you implant something while you're in there, while you're taking out the tumor, close everything up, and if the tumor recurs, the patient gets a shot, the implant reloads, and you can address that tumor as it recurs. You don't have to have a massive surgery that's itself life-threatening.